What's going on? Welcome.
It's a long intro.
How did I mess up already, bro? Come on.
You can't
What's
blame
going on,
that on
everybody?
us.
Welcome back to a new episode of The Last of Us review with. I just messed
Okay.
up again. To
Hold
the
on,
game
yo.
record.
Does somebody have like an audio on the back? Are they watching like a video or something?
You watching a video?
Yeah, it's like I'm
Bro,
hearing like a
Was it
TV.
yours? Yeah.
bro. I forgot.
I thought it
Why?
was just the house, you know.
No, it was my.
You had your
I was
TV on?
watching YouTube on my Switch before I got on here.
On your
So,
Switch, bro?
yes, bro.
Bro, what?
That's fucking wild.
I
Alright.
was in bed, bro, just chilling, watching YouTube on my
Keyon, you
Switch,
know what,
bro.
bro? Run it back for the Belches.
Man, yeah. Oh, yeah,
So
we
let's
need a
start.
redo on this, bro. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Game Recorder. I am your
Damn.
host, Keyon, alongside my co-host, No Face. No, we
Yes,
have
me.
Ubi. Points if you remember who Ubi is.
Yeah,
But
Manuela. No, I'm not gonna do that the entire time. Look, I just wanna fucking I got a
this
haircut.
this guy.
Hey, look at that
Fucking
Oh,
shit.
haircut.
Ooh, boy,
I
that
hate
shit
it.
look
I don't. They
clean.
okay.
fucked up a little bit because the guy doesn't do scissor work, and I wanted it long, but
Bro, that
it's
looks
whatever.
clean, bro. That looks
But
clean.
yeah,
Nah, that's clean.
ignore the pile of dirty clothes. I need to
Hoes are gonna
wash.
love this. Hoes are gonna love
Fucking
this.
cutting my hair, dude. I'm hella fucking chunky. I need to.
Really? Like I don't know. It fits the face better now.
Does it?
Yeah, bro.
Maybe it's because I'm sitting down and it's a weird angle or whatever. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it looks good, dog. It looks
I
good.
wanted the Pedro Pascal, and they fucked up. He
Oh
didn't
my
know,
god.
and he didn't tell me until after. I'm like, I thought it was the guy that knew scissors, but
Wait, how the fuck
you
you
live
gonna
in there.
cut hair and not know scissors?
That's my question. It's the. It's like I get it. You're not gonna work at a salon. You're gonna do fades, but like it's part of the job.
It's still part of
There's
the
yeah. There's
job.
there's guys that like long hair that just need a trim around.
My my fucking barber uses the scissors. What the fuck?
I guess he meant
Wait.
like he doesn't know how to use scissors in the. I don't know. I don't know. It's whatever.
But anyway, guys, y'all heard him. He's back for this episode 7, Last of Us review. Raul, the nerd Chicano.
That's right, baby. You know, just hanging out here with the boys. Gonna talk about some Last of Us. You know, just another beautiful Monday to talk about the Last of Us, man.
Yeah, of course, as always. So we'll just get how would y'all how was y'all's day, man? We got time. We
I'm
got time.
backed up. I'm backed up, and I'm not talking in the poop section. I'm talking in the content creation
Yeah,
section.
I'm glad you specified because that's sure as hell what I was thinking, bro.
But yeah, I mean, I'm doing all right.
I was about to be
Just
like, bro.
figuring shit out.
Why are you
Um,
telling me this right now?
Alright. Oh, hey, dude, the pizza yesterday was bomb as fuck. But I felt a little uneasy. Did you feel good today, Raul?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess
You
it was
probably
just me
ate too
being
much
lactose.
damn pizza, which I would expect from you.
No, I'm just lactose intolerant, but I still eat cheese.
Oh,
Yeah. So I can never tell if I'm backed up or if it's just the lactose intolerance. But yeah,
nah, you wouldn't trust me. You wouldn't be backed up if you're lactose intolerant.
it's a
I'm
weird thing,
telling you.
It's not necessarily always just a run
It
of the
can be
mill.
constipation sometimes too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking
It is not
sucks.
fun that.
you'd be eating too much rice. That's what it is.
No.
Anyway,
I probably
how are you, Ro?
I'm all right, man. Just went to work today and just worked. Came back, chilled out for a bit, ate, watched a little bit of Shameless, and then went to the
Oh,
gym.
watch your Shameless. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to finish it up because I left off in like season 8, and then I'm now at
Jesus.
season 10 now. I'm at 10.
10
So I'm
Jesus
fucking
Christ. Okay.
seasons. Fuck that.
I'm almost done. I have one more season. That's it. After
There's
Wow.
that,
11
yeah,
seasons.
yeah. After that, I'm gonna watch The Bear. Yeah,
God.
The bear.
The
Longest
Bear.
show I've ever seen, I think, was
Supernatural, no?
Supernatural. Yeah,
How much was that? 12, right?
it's
Bro.
15 seasons.
15?
I
Yeah.
think I think it's 15
I stopped
somewhere
around
around.
13 just because I was busy with like other shit.
Yeah.
But every now and then I try to like trickle down the whole season path, you know.
Yeah.
And then the second longest is Teen Wolf, which is like 10, quote unquote, but like
Yeah.
10 episodes per season, so it's not like that long.
I mean, Grey's Anatomy, I left off at season 9.
Grey's
And
Anatomy is
that
like
one's like at
45
yeah.
seasons.
I believe Grey's is at 15 now, I think.
Is it 15? Is it gonna dethrone
Oh my
Supernatural?
god, how many is it at
No,
already?
I'm pretty sure there's like 25.
19
19
seasons,
seasons.
bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Shonda Rhimes, stop.
Fucking
That
single
is
women
Jeez.
eat it up. Single women eat it up.
That was my mom's favorite show, man.
what's
Horny
going
nerd
on,
content.
Derpy?
Ooh.
That's me. That's us.
I mean,
Oh.
I was about to say I don't know who us is, but you know what I'm
I
saying.
don't know
We
who
speak in
was.
Um,
French. That's us. That's we.
Nope, nope, nope.
yeah, guys, but it's gonna be a good show tonight. This episode was definitely one that'll probably be very close to a lot of people's hearts. So, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and start getting into some discussion. If you have not watched the episode and you care about spoilers, then this is your time to get the hell up on out of here. If you have watched the episode or you don't care about spoilers, then go ahead and stick around. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get into some spoiler talk for HBO's The Last of Us in 3, 2, 1.
My man started it up at 3. He was like, fuck y'all. Get the fuck out of here.
I
I
did it
remember
slowly.
first. Who here played the game? So I know we all played the first game.
The first game.
Yeah.
And the second one we haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all
Um,
played. So,
But it's for the second one. It's the top and the bottom one. Me and this one,
Yeah.
which I'm about to play because I took my copy back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
okay, I was about to say, wait. Oh,
Me and
Oh.
the bottom one.
yeah, okay, yeah, I got you, I got you. But yeah,
Hey,
so
no
all of us have played the first game. These two have not played the second one, so be mindful,
Yeah.
please, Derpy. But yeah, so we're going into some episode 7. Wait, 8. Wait, what episode is this? Shit.
Seven.
7.
It's 7. You're good.
7. Episode 7, Left Behind, which follows the events of the Left Behind DLC for The Last of Us, the first game. As Joel fights to survive, Ellie looks back on the night that changed everything. So this takes place right after episode 6, which Joel is apparently dying because he gets stabbed or shot.
You got stabbed.
He's stabbed. He's stabbed. And we see that Ellie is kind of struggling, to keep Joel alive, which Joel then tells her to leave him, just leave him to die. And she kind of hesitates. She's very resistant, for for a plethora of reasons. But eventually, she gives in and she starts to walk off and leave Joel for dead. And she, right as she's about to make her exit, she stops, and she has a flat. We are then taken into a flashback for Ellie from when she was in what is it, the Fedra school. So, how are we feeling about this episode, Joe?
Go ahead, or you go take this one.
Oh, okay. I liked it. It wasn't the best episode I've ever seen from this series. I think that it was a really nice like cool down here, even though it does deal with a lot of like heavy subjects and heavy parts of Ellie's life. I felt that it was was an interesting way to kind of bridge the gap we have right now with Joel and Ellie, because I feel like, and that's kind of how it is in the game too, where like you know too much about Joel and not a lot about Ellie,
Yeah,
and this was a nice kind of bridging of the gap. But I felt that the way they kind of handled a little bit of the story here kind of felt a little bit contrived. I felt like, okay, we're kind of moving along a little too fast here, and we're not letting some of these moments sit as much as I think that would be more impactful.
yeah.
And then once we get to like the ending, it's like, okay, we're there. And you know, I can't say it was a perfect episode, but I can say it's terrible. It's good. I
You
liked it.
can say or you can't.
I can't.
Okay, pronunciate that because it sounded like I can't
I
say
said I
it's
can't.
terrible.
I said I can't say it's terrible.
Keon, did it not sound like I?
I kind it did, but I kind of you can
Clean
I
your
kind of filled
fucking
in the
ears,
blank.
motherfucker. Clean your fucking ears.
Clean your fucking eyes, speech. Okay, for me, it goes around the same tone of we see so much of Joel, you know, in the show. Yeah, it's that's same mechanics or same thoughts for me. But for the show, this episode, it's nice to see more of it, especially because the DLC wasn't added, even though it would perfectly fall in line with the main story, right? Because in the story, kind of it's a cut point. Um, but to me, as much as I love it, there were things that I wish could have lasted longer. Kind of what we did with Bill and Frank's story, where it shows that Ellie and Riley definitely had like that chemistry, you know, like why it meant so much to be like what happened to them. And we didn't get that. To me, the ending felt a little bit rushed, sadly. Um, it's not bad. It's just I would have loved to see more from what we've already been shown, you know. And in terms of storytelling, because the way they told the third episode was great, and the story for Henry and Sam was also great. Even though in the game, like we don't get much of them aside from like, oh hey, you help us get out of the city, we'll help you, yada yada yada. Right? We get a little bit more of Henry and Sam in the story as well, and it like you can sit with it, and that's why it kind of we know what was coming, but it kind of still hurt even more because they added these elements, and then that's kind of what I was missing for this episode for me. And that's just like a quick run through of my thoughts of it. But yeah,
Okay. I thought that this episode was
yeah,
how do you say it was kind of like it was kind of
I
teetering
agree.
for me. Um, I it was kind of teetering for me. Like it was a good episode, no doubt, but it was like here's the one thing so far that I have a problem with this series. I feel like they're focusing too much on the emotional aspect of The Last of Us.
Hmm.
And this is just personally because like for me when there's too much focus on emotion, it starts to get kind of not boring, but it starts to get stale. Yeah, because it's like every episode, it's like their focus is to make the viewer like feel some type of like dramatic emotion. Like this episode, you know, you can't. I know a lot of people said that they cried. Same with the Bill and Frank episode. Same
Yeah,
with, of course, the first episode, and I think the last episode. It's like it's uh that's my only complaint with this episode. I would have really liked to see how Riley turned personally. I actually thought that they were going to do that, but
same.
they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that would have added for me a little bit more depth to it. Not emotionally, just more depth. Because I think even in the DLC we don't see it, and I don't remember if they said in the game if Ellie was the one that killed Riley after they turned, or if it was like Marlene and the Fireflies after they found Ellie and her in the mall. Like we don't know, and that could have been a good point of the story to kind of circle back to the beginning of the first episode of like, oh, Marlene has this girl chained up. She found her bitten, but she hasn't turned yet. Yada yada yada. You know. Um, but yeah,
mhm.
it's like I would have really liked to see that, but no.
Yeah, but so To continue what I was saying,
Hmm.
I feel like that they they're really trying to pull at the heartstrings like a little bit too much,
Yeah.
which kind of like it kind of turns me off because it's like, okay, I get that the show isn't based around, zombies or whatever. Like it's based around Joel, the relationship between Joel and Ellie, but zombies still are like a
Thing of concern.
uh, the show is about it, like events of two people after an apocalypse.
Yeah.
So like I feel like they should really incorporate a lot more of the apocalypse elements into the show. And that's not to say that I dislike how they're doing the show, because I don't dislike it. I just wish that they would incorporate um a lot more interaction with which they did this episode, but not to the extent of how they did in the uh the the two episodes before this one, I think. Was it?
So, so do you think that like they haven't been like appropriately kind of building the world of The Last of Us per
You
se?
want world building? Gotcha.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
So like,
Um
and to an
Kind of
extent, I
how they
kind of
did it with
understand.
Endure.
Yeah.
Like how they did with Endure and Survive with Sam and Henry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we got that big scene with all of the rushers, the clickers, and all those attacking everyone. And I think that's like I think that's besides, of course, the Capitol building episode where Tess died. Those are like the only two episodes where we gotten any sort of like big interaction with the environment, and all of the things having to do with their situation with the cordyceps outbreak and
Yeah.
things of that nature.
I also think
Um,
that's where those cold opens, not cold opens. I'm sorry, that's more comedy based. But just those scenes at the beginning of episode 1 and 2, where a lot of that could have helped out a lot continuing it. Because like I
I
was like,
thought they
oh,
were going to continue that too.
me
Also, like
too. I
throughout the
thought so.
episodes, that would have been good. That would have been because we started at the beginning. Then the second one is like the first, basically patient zero or
Yeah.
the drop site and whatnot. And then we maybe it was episode 3 where they stopped, right? Where they
Hmm.
didn't. Oh well, we kind of got the bullshit of like,
Yeah.
yeah. But like after episode 4 and all that, I get it. We were gonna get Henry and Sam and stuff, but it was still being cool. Maybe even show us a little backstory for Henry and Sam. Like Henry was definitely part of like outbreak. Like he was either a kid when that happened or some shit, because he's older and he's old enough to take care of Sam, right?
mhm.
So he should at least theoretically be in that age range where they experienced it as a kid firsthand with probably their parents, because it looked like they did have parents, but they just passed
Yeah.
away. That would have helped, and that would have helped build worlds around like the U.S. at least, like the area of the U.S. Because Bill was in what, Boston or whatever, and then Henry and Sam were in Salt Lake, or no, they were in wherever, whatever city they were in, I forgot.
Kansas City.
Kansas somewhere. Yeah,
Kansas
yeah,
Yeah.
City. Yeah.
Kansas City. That would have been cool because it would have also showed that they, or at least that the whole background of like the soldiers throwing the infected in the sewer system or whatever it
Yeah.
was. That would have been good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean,
Yeah. I get
Keon,
what you
with your
mean too,
sentiment.
Keon. And like also to an extent, I also think like they're kind of are showing it as we're going, because like
Yeah,
stuff like them getting to that compound, the commune, like that's very much a big
Hmm.
part of where we're at in this series. um I also think like it kind of constitutes the fact that we're dealing with it very emotionally, because this game is very bleak. It's not a happy game. It's like
yeah,
Right.
it's a very bleak game. It's very depressing. It was never, I don't think anybody who's ever played the game ever felt that this would end up being like a happy-go-lucky show. Like this shit's gonna be really
Right. Right.
fucking sad. But I understand where you're coming from. I think that I think that I have like kind of one of the same criticisms. Like I just wish that we've kind of slowed down a bit. Like I feels like we're going a little too fast to get to the last two episodes, and I feel like
Yeah,
we could have spent a lot of that time of like almost 1 hour episode doing, just stopping a little bit in that mall and being able to just absorb more of that atmosphere between Ellie and Riley.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I just as far as the emotional storytelling, like I said, I like it's not that I don't dislike it. It's just that there's nothing there to buffer us in between of those points. Like if they could like just throw a like just even a tad bit of action in there, like it would make it less taxing emotionally.
Mm.
But that's really like my other my only one of my only gripes about the series so far.
yeah,
But other than that, I thought this episode was good. Getting to follow Riley, Riley and Ellie. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because of if you guys don't know, by the way, shout out to Aiden. Me and Aiden did a Patreon watch along to Jumanji, and there's a girl named Bethany in that movie,
oh yeah,
and
with the
in this
bomb.
episode, there's a girl named Bethany, and I can't hear the name Bethany anymore without thinking, "Hey Bethany, come look at my penis." I can't hear it anymore without thinking that.
Oh my god.
But anyway, so we follow the events of Riley and Ellie, and I thought it was really beautiful, to see their relationship. But how do you guys feel about how the relationship between or how they portrayed Riley and Ellie?
The
By the
girl.
way, Riley, who is depicted. Oh, I'm sorry, Riley, who is casted as
Portrayed.
Storm Reed,
Yeah. Storm.
who some people may know as Gia, Rue's sister from Euphoria. I think she does a fantastic job as Riley.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
she's
that
good.
girl's going places, bro. That girl
Yeah.
is
Yes.
she's steady building up that resume, and it's
Hmm.
like I'm really excited to see where she goes because she was look whatever y'all want to say about Wrinkle in Time, she was good in that movie.
Oh, was that her in that? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah,
I
the
watched
little
it once
girl.
and then yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Fucking. I mean, she spent enough time with Zendaya. Hopefully, some of that that talent, that shit, whatever
That
Zendaya
rubs off on her.
has, yeah,
Yeah.
oh my
because
gosh, she was also in When They See Us, bro. Damn.
yeah, she has
Uh,
some stuff. And her
Yeah,
latest one, for her star one, is missing.
yeah. I still need to see
We
that.
see we haven't gotten to see that shit. I don't like those found footage style movies, but anyways, she did good. She did good. The acting wasn't a problem for me in this one at all. It was great. They portrayed the characters how they needed to, and it showed that love and genuine connection that the characters would have. Right. I mean, yeah. There's also not much we can say because they are playing kids. It's like
Yeah. I
what
mean,
else
yeah.
is there to say aside from their performances? Also, I do want to make a joke. Apparently, Riley's about to be 17. Ellie's like 13 or 14 Ellie's a victim, bro. Nah, I'm cooking. I don't know. But yeah, no, the portrayals were done good. Bella's performance in this one really stood out more than the others. Of course, this is like technically her episode where she gets to do more acting, right, than the other stuff that we've seen. But the shit that she does from the fighting that they did, like in the cafeteria or whatever the fuck, and in the breaking after the whole incident of the bite happened, that shit
Hmm.
showed anger up to the genuineness degree, because that would be my exact same reaction to
Yeah,
just
Yeah, I
any.
agree, and
Yeah.
I think that and this is kind of coming from like the interview that they did after the episode
Hmm.
was how like you see a stark contrast between how Ellie is reacting and how Riley reacts to being bitten.
Yeah.
Riley is sitting and she's calm and Ellie's just over there just going hamtaro, like she's smashing all the glass, in the the case or whatever, and
Yeah.
you see how both of them react to basically to react to having a loss.
Or just reaction
Riley,
to such deep stuff.
right, right, um,
Do you
and
think? Do you think her being so calm is because she kind of feels like a bit of relief that she doesn't have to do the shit that fucking the Fireflies are gonna make her do with like the pipe bomb and shit, all that?
Yeah, her terrorism group.
Yeah, her turn.
That could be it.
that's a
Honestly,
good
yeah, I didn't even
question.
think. Yeah, that could be it. Because I didn't even think of that. Because we don't know what exactly they had her do. We just know that she was part of it, and she had pipe
Hmm.
bombs in that beach.
That was
Um,
crazy, bro. She had a
Yeah,
fucking pipe bomb, bro.
pipe
yeah,
bombs, bro.
she's down deep in that code. Because Miss, you think you're freedom fighting? No,
17-year-old girl, bro.
you're a terrorist. You're doing acts of terrorism. She said, not when civilians are around, ma'am. That's domestic terrorism. We've experienced to know the difference. I don't know about you guys,
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean that could be it. The whole relief of just turning and whatever.
Yeah.
Because I get it. Yeah, like the guy drinking himself to fucking sleep.
Yup. Which, by the way that shit just caved in, bro. Just
The
like just
nah,
boom.
yeah. I, excuse me. I was laughing right along with them
Yeah.
because it was just
which, by the way, to me is a bit psychotic because you just see a man that took his own life, fucking fought through the whole Looney Tune
yeah.
style.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Um.
but yeah,
Also, just I mean, round of applause to whoever lit that whole fucking mall. Oh my god.
Oh
or at
yeah.
least
God.
the arcade
That
because that's where we
lighting.
saw the lighting. Yeah,
Oh my god, that line was beautiful, man. They did an
Yeah.
incredible job with that. My mouth was drooling, bro. I was just like, oh my god, this looks beautiful. This looks beautiful.
portraits of
Raul
words,
was
but all right.
gawking, bro.
Yeah,
You
But
it
it
know
was
was
damn
good
well
though.
I'm talking about the lighting, bro. Shut the ass up.
Yeah, it was good. I love neon colored lights. They just pop well on camera,
Yeah.
especially done well with the whatever setting they're trying to do. They could really make or break the scene, and it really helped. Which is funny as fuck because in the game none of those arcade machines worked, but in this one they just so happened. So lucky for them because the game Ellie didn't get to experience fucking Mortal Kombat. She had to
Mm.
imagine it like a loser.
Also, also like the two different versions of Take on Me. That was
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
it
Nah,
had
that
like
was
a
cool.
fucking instrumental, like orchestral kind of feeling to it. The first, and then you
Mm-hmm.
had the regular version. I was like,
yeah.
okay. I
All
was
right,
like,
yeah. This is a little much, but all right.
they needed to add the one from Deadpool, bro. The acoustic version of what's it called? Take on Me from Deadpool 2.
I don't remember it off
Nah,
the top of my
that was actually funny because she said dead. Did y'all notice that she said Deadpool?
Did
And I
she?
was
No, I
like,
didn't.
I didn't know.
yeah,
No,
one of them said Deadpool, and I was like,
huh?
what?
I don't know. I'll have to rewatch it because I don't remember
It's
exactly.
like it's very slight, but it's right when they're starting to play like Mortal Kombat on the machine, and
Mm.
then one of them is like Deadpool, and I'm like, what?
Oh,
What is
you think it might
that?
have to do with the moves from Mortal Kombat, like one of the because
I don't know.
she was there
Maybe,
practicing.
maybe I don't know. Maybe so, but I have no clue. But I thought it was just so random how that was just like kind of like thrown in there, like Deadpool,
Yeah, it's not of y'all's age. Y'all don't even know what a screenshot is.
Yeah. Also,
right?
the volume 2 of the dad jokes. That
Yeah, the
was
violence
Oh
of the
boy,
jokes. It was great. The
that was
screenshot one killed me because I'm like, that's right. They probably don't even know what a fucking
yeah, they don't know what the
computer is.
screenshot is.
Yeah, they don't
It's
know
so
how to
funny.
do any of that. It's fucking wild. So yeah,
Um,
because back in 2003, we still had those bulky ass Dell PCs that were slow as fuck. So it's like you can't really do anything on there anyway, aside from that pinball
yeah,
game.
you had those CTE
Mm,
friggin' computer screens.
God
That's
damn! Thank God we
God,
evolved.
God, how far we've come.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah. So um, What did you guys think about? I mean, which we barely got any of that in this episode. But what do you guys think about Joel and the whole Joel and Ellie situation?
I have my thoughts, but go ahead, Raul.
No, you can go first.
All right. For me, that's one thing I was afraid of because in the game we go back and forth between Ellie finding like medical kits or whatever in that mall, and then back to the past. Which was like I was kind of afraid because done properly, you can get some good stuff, and that's like mediocre, like Arrowverse type of like flashbacks. Because like in the first couple of seasons of Arrow, if you guys have seen that show, we get a lot of flashbacks and flash forwards in between episodes. um and it's sometimes it's trippy and sometimes it helps, but overall in a cinematic standpoint it doesn't really, to me personally, it doesn't really drive a story forward. It kind of makes it jump. It's like you're clutching a manual car and you fuck up the switch up. It's kind of like that. You might try to go faster, but you fucked up, so it'll like stall, and then you have to start over again, kind of like that in a way. So with her going back to kind of um to look for all that, like realizing no leaving him behind because now he means a lot to me. I would have loved to seen that as the end of the episode, where we see them like trying to save him, and then it's like okay, cut to black, and it's like oh shit, dude, we know he's gonna be fine. But like for people that haven't played the game, it's like leave it on that cliffhanger. And then I would have loved to like switch from that, hearing like a gunshot go off after like Riley turned or whatever. That's for me my take on the whole thing of like Joel. I do enjoy seeing that. Which, by the way, she didn't sterilize that needle or that thread. That's unsanitary. Also, we don't even know if it's internal bleeding or is it just that cut. You know, he took the thing.
It's probably internal.
It's a
when
100%
you when you
internal.
get, by the way, man, yo, I'm sick of this, like these movies and TV shows, bro. When you get stabbed, you are not supposed to pull the object out.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is literally what keeps you from bleeding out.
Joel would have
That's
been
what they
fine if he
tell
just
you.
left it.
That it's like, yeah, you just, even if it's a blunt weapon or something like that, like a knife,
Yeah.
anything, you keep it in until you can properly, get the help that you need to patch it up. Don't take it out.
And I'm pretty sure
I
the
was
14-year-old's not gonna help you do a medical procedure.
I did I right, that's what I'm saying. I completely forgot to mention this when we reviewed the last episode. I'm like, why did they pull it out?
I'm surprised Joel put it out because he knows a thing or two about that type of stuff.
Right.
Um,
It just blew my mind.
yeah, I
I'm
think it's
like,
just
bro.
a story thing, a plot hole that they forget in
I,
narratives and just film in
I mean,
general.
I get why they do it, cause it's like, the character, is hurting so bad, so you have to get this out so it'll hurt less.
Yeah,
But like, bro, you're going to die. You're going to die.
yeah.
Um, but
Go ahead.
Raul,
What's your
you
thoughts on
have
that?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of like I said. I understand what we were supposed to do in this episode. I really do. Like I understand that we were supposed to give more room to Ellie, and like cutting in between, back and forth to Joel might have made the episode feel a little bit more jarring if they would have done that.
Hmm.
But I think that we're gonna get a lot of more room in these next couple of two, and I feel like maybe we'll see where it goes from here. But I don't know. I mean, I just thought it was like really interesting the way that they decided to go about this, especially with all the changes they made. Like, there was a lot of stuff that was like very integral to Left Behind in the game that
Yeah.
they didn't include. And even though it works for me, it works. I felt like the way that it was paced was what I have the most problem with in this
That
episode.
yeah, I think that's what it is, the pacing for me, because
Yeah,
I like what they added and how they was telling the story, but some stuff feels rushed and other stuff feels slow. And I think adding or taking things out, mostly adding just a wee bit more of certain contents, would have just made it balanced. And I don't know, maybe it was like a studio decision of like not making it too long, or it could have been Neil being, and I'm not gonna say it, like you got to work on your narrative pacing, not your gaming pacing. Because in games, you can take a little bit more and add more stuff via like collectibles and whatnot. But you know, I don't know. I never made a game, so I don't know how storytelling or story
Yeah.
writing in that sense works. But yeah,
I
the
did think
pacing really
it
works.
was really cool the way that like Neil kind of said how like throughout the series they've tried to try their best to not position Fedra or the Fireflies as purely good or evil. Like
Yeah,
kind of
Mm.
leaving it up to the viewer
the
to kind of make
viewers.
that a to make that a
Yeah,
assumption and like and you know they're like oh everybody's negative depictions are getting juxtaposed with each other and I felt that that was really interesting
that
and
was
that
good. Yeah,
yeah
I can understand that. Because there's definitely going to be those people that with one or the other, even though both are to me are equally fucking fucked
oh
up
yeah I mean both are
fascists.
fucking yeah they're both terrorist groups
Yeah, I
yeah
True.
think the only balanced one seems to be the communist
the
location.
commune
Yeah,
the
the commie
commune
fucking with Tommy and Maria and shit, and that seems to be working just as well with equal like foods. They got movie nights.
yep
Yeah, it seems fun. I don't know, man.
yeah
That's just me personally. I don't know. I'm for the people by the people.
Oh god.
Also, so Luis, you were asking me if that was like a studio or that was like an actual real mall.
Yeah,
Apparently,
it's a real mall.
um, this mall was set for demolition, and they were able to
Yeah, I
get
knew
it,
it. I
and they
knew it.
recreated that whole mall. And
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
yeah, a lot of the abandoned
Wow.
stores in that mall were green rooms for actors to go and just hang out.
That's cool. Yeah,
Oh
I figured it was
wow.
one or the other because I'm like, can I rent out the old mall? It's not abandoned yet, but there's definitely not as much people as the early 2000s. The Plaza
Yeah,
Americas down here. I need to take you and Weddle there so you can know. But that shit,
excuse me.
it's
Sorry.
big, it's open. I could imagine myself creating some cool stuff in there, but it's also empty as hell. Like if you're just going to walk
It's kind of
around.
scary, ain't it?
Yeah, it's scary because it's so empty. It's like ominous. You know, it's like the open waters. You don't know what's in there. Some shit is about to pop out, and the lighting, there's lighting, but it feels like the only lighting is the fucking sky roof thing, triangle, whatever it's called,
Mm-hmm.
the skyline. It feels like that's and everything else is like dark, and I'm like, okay, but yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. Fucking HBO money, man.
And you said you want to take Raul to Raul. Okay.
So they
Uh,
can
No, bro.
understand, man. Maybe Raul wants to also film there, and we can, whatever, if we ever think of a story, we can like go and propose like $50, and they let us film.
I mean, if it's set for demolition, bro, what are they gonna do? Charge us? Hell no. We could be like, hey man, we're gonna be in here.
What are they gonna do? Demolish it with this us in it?
Yeah.
um,
Fucking
but
yeah.
Trash.
yeah, guys, they're pretty much. Also, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the director, but I forgot to mention this at the beginning.
Oh
But
yeah,
Liza
Liza
Johnson.
Lisa.
Johnson.
Oh, Liza. Yeah, Liza. No,
Yeah.
Lisa.
I'm very familiar with who is going to be directing these next two episodes.
Who is it?
Ali Abbasi. He's an Iranian director who made a movie called Holy Spider last year that concentrates on the very famous spider killer, serial killer from Iran that was basically murdering a bunch of
The
sex
one.
workers in Iran.
Oh, is it the one that we saw?
No,
The
no,
with
we
the.
didn't see it, bro. I got this one
Oh,
for
okay.
VIF, and then it showed here in HCAF. I didn't get to see it at HCAF again,
Okay.
but oh my god, this shit's
Nice.
about to get fucking nuts, man. Because if he's bringing the energy he brought to that movie, fool, y'all been asking for some brutality. It's gonna get brutal.
I mean, we need that brutality because the
Oh,
end
brother.
that those end couple of end chapters are brutal as hell. At least the way
Yeah.
I played it, I left blood trails
Well,
behind me, man.
if it's gonna go that way, man, be prepared. Cause oh my god, this motherfucker did not one bit say, okay, I'm gonna hold back. No, he went everywhere he needed to go in that movie. So
Jeez.
Oh,
All right.
brother.
Cool.
Okay. Well,
All right.
I think with that being said, we kind of. Well, I guess we don't really know what to look forward to because I've never seen the movie in question that Raul is
Me neither.
mentioning,
I
but
haven't.
um, I I
ask Brad.
uh,
He watched.
Yeah. Fucking.
okay. Well, with that being said, if there is no more thoughts on the episode, we're gonna go ahead and take those down, guys. Any more thoughts?
No. You want me to continue so you can answer the door?
Yeah, please.
All right. Yeah, I mean, if you don't got any more thoughts, any spoiler type of thoughts, because I'll probably still give one or two thoughts without
Um,
spoilers.
well, I really thought that like maybe the fucking I really like the design of the one that bit her. I thought that was really cool. Like the design. I've been really impressed with the design of all these creatures and stuff this whole
Oh yeah.
season.
Which,
They've
by
done
the
great.
way, that I wish they would have had the one with the chase scene with the whole bunch. That would have been hella scary to see.
Yeah.
But instead, we got one loser that was about to become a wall mushroom that decided not to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Keon's back, so I don't know. Spoiler talk is done. Keon?
Right.
It's y'all. Did y'all give y'all's final thoughts?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're
Okay,
just
okay.
silent for
Just
you.
making sure. All right.
We're just stalling, waiting for you to come back.
Okay. Well, with that being said, spoiler talk will decommence in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From this point forward, no HBO Last of Us spoilers will commence. And also, with that being
Damn,
said,
I wanted to bring up the Thanos show.
Not fucking damn, bro. Cocaine bears in it.
okay.
Let's fucking end it. I need to go poop.
Hey, you said that out loud into the mic, man.
I know.
I was just about to say that, bro. You said that out loud.
That's straight into the fucking mic.
In 4K, this one is crazy. But yeah, I want to thank Raul for coming on to the show. As always, hopefully we can get Brad for these next two.
Yeah,
For
Bradford.
make sure
we
that
need
fucker
Brad's
watches the
on
last
the-
episode, man.
Man.
fucking-
But hopefully we can get Brad back for the last two episodes. If not, he's a little bitch. No, I'm joking. That was a joke. That was a joke, guys. Relax.
bro.
I think Raul. I mean,
Brad's gonna show up like the fuck did you say?
I was gonna show up and beat that ass, bro.
I think Louise, as always, for being the co-host, my wonderful co-host, and we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. I hope you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me, man?
That's
Answering
not
that door
Dr.
just
Owl.
screwed my whole thought process up of how I was gonna end the show. But thank you guys so much. On Patreon, without y'all, this would not be possible. We always appreciate y'all.
Wait a minute,
shout
y'all
out
getting paid?
Nope.
Go cop our merch, by the way. Look at that hat. It's so beautiful. Go cop our merch.
Fucking merch.
I got merch, bro. Like, relax, man.
Alright.
Everybody has merch. It's, you know what I'm saying?
That's fucking funny as fuck.
Also, shout out to Rogue Energy. Make sure you guys go visit rogueenergy.com and use code the Nerdcorps, THENERDCORPS, for 10% off of your purchases. For all of your Rogue Energy needs, visit rogueenergy.com. Thank you to Rogue Energy for sponsoring this podcast. And we're going to go ahead and get the hell out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great morning, great night, great afternoon, wherever you're from. Louise,
What?
kick him out of here.
All right, guys. Y'all might need to go poop too. I don't know. That might just be a me thing. But this episode has been good. I wouldn't say it's the best one so far, but it was good, on par with just the whole show. Thank you guys for coming on, Therapy. I don't know if you're still in here, but appreciate the comments, coming in here, watching, lurking, whatever. This motherfucker got merch. I still can't believe that shit. We'll catch you next time when Joel, aka Pedro Pascal, turns into John Wick for an episode and goes after Marlene. Yeah.
had a whole plan of how I was going to end this episode, man. It knocked on my fucking door, bro. Just